I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and the ice cream sandwich rollout continues. The next one in line, the Nexus S4G. Ice cream sandwich is rolling out right now to Nexus S4G users. Let's take a look in a hands-on video and see what's changed. So here's the Nexus S4G, and you'll notice that it's packing ice cream sandwich. It's the stock version of ice cream sandwich. It's rolling out now to Sprint users that have the device, and it's been rolling out for some time and actually completed on the Nexus S. So a couple of devices, legacy ones, have it now. The Nexus S, the Nexus S4G, and then you're seeing the Galaxy Nexus, which obviously shipped with it, and the One X and the One S, both of which, and the One V as well, all of which have ice cream sandwich with HTC Sense 4 pre-installed on top. So you'll see a stock appearance here with the 5 home screens, no real changes there. But before I get into all that stuff, let me give some thanks to Best Buy Mobile for hooking us up with phones like this for use in our One Paw Bandit giveaway game. When you go into Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out working. They'll help you set up all those little settings in ice cream sandwich or whatever it is you buy at Best Buy Mobile, iOS, ice cream sandwich, WebOS even, whatever it is. They'll make sure you walk out the door working at Best Buy Mobile. But there are some changes here, and obviously this is a legacy device that's being upgraded to ice cream sandwich. So there's a little bit of a difference here as opposed to like the Galaxy Nexus or the HTC One X or the One S. And you'll notice down here, and we'll wait for it to focus in, and you can see physical buttons. You got your back, your menu, your search, and your home button here, but you've got a physical menu button. So you can see here it's the typical ice cream sandwich layout, but it's very different from something like the One S or the One X, which don't have physical menu buttons. They're all in the software, and same thing with the Galaxy Nexus. So it's kind of funny going, from this device back to a device like the Nexus S4G, where you go up here to click the menu button or go down here to click the menu button, you're like, well, where is it? Oh wait, it's back to being a physical button, and it's like that. So you can see your settings, no real differences here from the Galaxy Nexus, but it's nice to see it on this device, although the 4-inch display, it's a little bit odd seeing it here as opposed to the 4.7-inch or 6.5-inch display on the Galaxy Nexus. So settings look pretty similar here. You've got your typical wireless and network settings, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data usage, and of course, it seems like it's freezing up a little bit there, kind of lagging a little bit. We'll see what it does, but settings is not responding. Let's go ahead and close it, and we'll try this one more time here. Go into settings, we'll go this way and see what happens. And you can see some live on camera, some stuff going on here. We'll take a look here. For whatever reason, settings are just not being responsive. Let's see what we can do here. Go into more and see if we can get those popped up. But I wanted to show you the 4G indicator, or toggle rather, to show you that this is the obviously the Nexus S4G. And it just does not seem to want to cooperate, so I'm not sure what's going on there. And it is frozen. Nope, there it goes. And so you can see 5 home screens here and typical contact setup as well. So we've got John Rogers in here, and you've got the typical blue color scheme. You've got the ability to scroll over between your coworkers and such. And I can go over here to John Rogers, take a look at John Rogers, see the phone number, and if I had a big picture, it'd pop up right here. Now, call indicator stuff looks very similar. You've got your 3 shortcuts up here. You have your recent calls, you have your contacts, and you've got your dial pad here, which is pretty easy to dial on along with the search, and then with a physical call button down there at the bottom. So you're seeing some differences from the Galaxy Nexus and some shortcut differences. There's a shortcut over here on the Galaxy Nexus and some of the other ice cream sandwich devices, and obviously with like Sense 4, which is a top ice cream sandwich on the new One series, you'll see some differences between a lot of things, like the dial pad, for example, looks totally different, and more. So same kind of dock interface down here, same menu stuff, although it does come with Wallet pre-installed out of the gate. So you've got your typical ice cream sandwich widget or icons here, and then you got the widget shortcut up here, and then there's my 4G widget, which actually I'm going to drag this down and I'm going to turn it on that way and see if we can get some 4G connectivity up in here. So you can see the different widgets that come pre-installed. You've got your Gmail widgets here. No real changes from stock ice cream sandwich on the Galaxy Nexus. It's really going to be for a lot of things, aesthetic changes, in terms of widgets and in terms of like little things like buttons not being there. And obviously the big one, like I said, is having this physical menu button, because more times than once I've kind of gone and like, well, where's the menu button? Because I'm used to clicking it in the application itself. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's back to being a physical menu button. And you can see there it is. And you can see save for offline reading settings, the same stuff in there. And the same kind of color scheme here with gray text and the darker gray background. And then I've got my browser here, which I'm up on 4G now, so you can take a look at the ice cream sandwich keyboard, which comes pre-installed, PhoneDog.com, and I can't type on this thing. Darn 4-inch display, PhoneDog. There we go, PhoneDog.com. Wait for it to load up. Now, obviously, single core 1 gigahertz processor here, so you're going to see a little bit of a slowdown in comparison to the Galaxy Nexus and some of the other devices, like I said, the 1 series that are packing dual core and quad core processors. I do see, in just my time with it, a few days with it, I've seen some kind of lag and slowdown in comparison to some of the other top-end Android phones. But it's still nice to see that the Nexus line is being blessed with Ice Cream Sandwich out of the gate. So you've got your tabs there, and you can see open up a new one. And you can just see it's a little bit kind of janky, little wonky, rather. I tried to say janky and wobbly at the same time. That was odd. But you can see pinch to zoom, relatively responsive because Ice Cream Sandwich does handle that pretty well. And of course, your portrait to landscape transitions are nice. But again, it's just odd getting used to the physical buttons being down here at the bottom again. Same thing with messaging. Go in there and take a look, and you can see it's the same interface here. I click to open, and I can type a message. Just like that. And then last but not least, you've got your application shortcut switcher here, which you can get rid of these if you want to, or you can quickly, and you see like right there, you saw that little bit of a lag. You can see that there's a delay here because it does have a single core processor as opposed to the dual core processor or quad core processor and some of the higher end ones. And you're really seeing kind of the slowdown here that comes from having it on a single core processor. And so obviously we can do a battery pull, but you got your Google shortcut bar up here at top as well, and you've got all of your new settings and shortcuts: play books, play movies, play music, play store, and more. And then, of course, like I said, Google Wallet pre-installed, along with the Google Plus and Google Plus Messenger integration down here as well. So, looks nice. It's a nice addition to the Nexus S 4G, but still, again, single core processor here. You may see some slowdowns on this as opposed to one of the newer devices, but still, always nice to see a software upgrade on an older device. Much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com with the Nexus S 4G and Ice Cream Sandwich. So keep it locked in the site for continuing coverage. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Facebook.com/PhoneDog, and on Google Plus at gplus.to/PhoneDog as well. Hit me up on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. If you've gotten this upgrade, let me know what you think. Let me know if the software bugs kind of work themselves out, if you're still seeing a slowdown, or if you're really happy with it. Let me know. PhoneDog_Aaron on Twitter. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.